welcome everyone, and we're back with another Beyond Beliefs, and we're back with this guy here, Artemis Brain Sample. Welcome, Artie. You might want to unmute now. You can talk. I allow you to talk. No, you're still muted.
Oh, I'm doing it again.
Yeah,
It's like
see?
every time now.
See, you just want something to be screwed up because if I don't do it, you need to do it. I get it. I get it. It's no
I just
biggie.
believe. I just believe in gremlins.
Yeah. Okay. This time not on video, but welcome this one guy. I completely forgot. How do we address you? Because this one guy is a little long. Do you have preferred name?
You can just either call me Guy or Tog. Either one that works pretty well.
Guy or?
Tog.
Tog, yeah, it's this one guy. Just the first three letters of this one guy, Tog.
Tog made it through
kinda-
that last time.
Well, let's keep it to Guy. That's I think that's the better way to go. You picked the topic for this one. You wanted to talk about biblical interpretations. So let's hear your take on this, and we'll take it from there.
All right, yeah. Like I said, I just didn't know what type of topic to bring up the last time I came on. So like I said, I didn't know what to think. So I figured biblical interpretation would be a good one. I guess for one that we can use an example, it would be I think where it says in Deuteronomy 22 where it talks about a God condoning rape or something like that, and I think it's just been confused in the sense that there's no reason that really it's not condoned, but people seem to think that it is because of the wording, I believe.
I'm not sure that's where people get that.
I don't know. I saw it in a chat the other day, and I made a video of it. And
Gotcha. Yeah,
So
I'm
that's
less familiar with that than I am. Unless
I think I know what you're talking about. So someone tweeted that if a woman is raped, and then the rapist pays her father 50 shekels, so
Gotcha,
he
yeah.
can marry her. Then she's no longer a virgin when she's getting married, so she has to be stoned to death. That was the tweet that we were talking
no,
about.
that's not right. But yeah,
Actually,
Well, yeah,
actually,
Which is the
according
importance of it, that's not right.
actually according to the Mosaic laws, it is. But
Well, that's not what it was in the whole thing in Deuteronomy is that if they were it's gonna make it worse, but the way it's read is that he would have if he would to quote unquote rape the unmarried woman, he would have to marry her and pay the father like 50 shekels because of the thing, not that
Right.
he would be put to death or something like that.
elsewhere, the same God has a rule that if a woman not be chaste before her wedding, she is to be stoned by the elders of the village.
yep.
What are you talking about? Which one?
Oh. Okay, chat. Somebody want to help me out with a verse and chapter and verse? He's read it, but he's unfamiliar with this one.
Yeah, I've read it too. I have to say I don't have the verse handy, and I can start messing with Chrome, but that will probably leave me with some hiccups here in OBS. So I'd rather not go on Bible Hub. Bible Hub is my preferred site to go, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that there is a Mosaic law that says that if a woman is not a virgin on the day she marries, she has to be stoned to death. And I'm not even sure. I think they need proof as well. The next day.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not. That's fine. I'm not here to make an argument for what Mosaic law is. What do I care what Mosaic law says? I don't follow Mosaic law.
Well, because the law came from the same God. That's why.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I
And
don't know. I
and
don't know
and
that.
accord, and so do you follow
Okay,
Jesus?
so what interpretation of the Bible has the first
Let's
part be about one God and the second part be about a different God?
Yeah,
Wait,
and
what?
so do you follow Jesus or do you follow Paul?
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Something keeps falling at my desk.
Do you believe in the Trinity is a thing?
No, not in the
Okay.
sense.
Do you believe? Okay. Do you believe the same God that is the Father of Jesus created the universe?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, that's the same fucking God, dude.
sure. I mean, there's what you think and what I think, but
Well,
that's
no, dude.
not the same
That's
for
why.
me.
That's why I asked under what interpretation of the Bible is the Bible from the Old Testament or the God from the Old Testament not the same God as the God in the New Testament? And you don't really have an interpretation. Again, we're going back to it's
I
just
think
kind of not like.
Artie,
That's if it's the same
we
God.
need to, I think we need to clarify
Right.
just one thing, and then all will be clear. So, do you follow Jesus or do you follow Paul?
Well, Jesus, I guess, but
Okay,
God would be a more
so
appropriate answer. But Jesus, yeah.
okay, yeah. So the
Which one do
difference,
you follow?
do you know the difference between the two?
What is the difference? Go ahead, tell me.
Jesus said you are to uphold all the Mosaic laws. I used to think that there were 613. That number seems to be incorrect, but let's stick with the 613. So, according to Jesus, you need to follow those laws. According to Paul, Jesus fulfilled the law, and you no longer have to follow all of those. So, and most Christians are actually Paulinians, as I call them, because they follow Paul, not Jesus. That's
Ulsters.
yeah, Paulsters, Paulsters. Oh
Well,
man,
that's fine. I mean, but I don't see what that has to do with Deuteronomy and the whole fact
He
that.
asked you
it
which of
actually
those.
it has a lot to do with it because if you follow
Are
Jesus,
you saying that Deuteronomy is part of the Mosaic Law? Like I said, you're using. I don't even know what the Mosaic Law is, so you're using a term that I'm not familiar with. That's why maybe the confusion is.
so the Mosaic laws include the Ten Commandments. They include a man shall not lie with another man, like with a woman, stuff like that.
Okay. So the other thing is talking about. Oh,
Getting
sorry,
tattoos, eating
I'm gonna
shrimp,
interrupt you.
not wearing mixed fabrics,
Deuteronomy.
So
don't
Deuteronomy.
have tassels on your clothes. Those laws.
So yeah, then that's what I'm talking about. The marriage violations is exactly what I'm talking about. It would be a verse like I have it up right now on Bible Hub. But yeah, that's what I did my video on. And again,
Yeah.
there's the misinterpretation. There's no stoning of the woman. The woman, if the man's cheating, if there's a woman and her husband, if there's a woman and she's married and there's another man who is married and they're both sleeping together, they are both to be put to death, not just the woman or the man for a scenario like that. Like there's two adult, whatever the hell it's called, going on for that one. And if there's a woman and she's being raped and she doesn't call out for help, then like inside the city walls or whatever, then they're discovered, then she is to be put to death for. I guess it's insinuating because that she's not uh, under the circumstances that she's not calling out for help. You know that she's being violated, um, that she's in consent of it. So she would be again. The guy in particular doesn't have to necessarily be married or whatever, but if she's having outside relations without her husband, then she would again she would be stoned for it. But if she's out in the city, then it would only be the man, regardless of whatever the situation would be,
I'm
because no one
wondering.
would be out there to hear her.
You said you did a video on this, and Deuteronomy 22:20 is, if, however, the charge is true and no proof of the young woman's virginity can be found. 21 says, she shall be brought to the door of her father's house, and there the men of her town shall stone her to death. She has done an outrageous thing in Israel by being promiscuous while still in her father's house. You must purge the evil from among you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not read that part?
Well, yeah, that part. But then again, it says in again, you go back earlier where it says, if this happens in the country, this happens in the
Now,
country,
that's
she's safe.
rape.
It happens in town,
I'm not
it's
talking
different.
about rape. That's
It's the
rape.
same concept if it would be out
No,
in the
no, no,
country.
no, that's not the same concept. Other brothers, they'd be together in the same fucking thing. They're two different things. One is talking about rape. One is talking about not being a virgin when she's married. I understand what you would like to do and have those two things be related in a way that maybe they aren't. But the way they are related is that a woman who is raped and whose rape is bought and paid for by the assailant, he's supposed to marry her. But according to this law, she's not a virgin, so she should be stoned to death.
Are you talking about? Are you referring back to 28, where it's saying, not 28, but what is this? 28?
I'm talking about concurrent laws in Deuteronomy.
Yeah, that's what it's. So you referred back. You were talking about the 20, where
The rape part.
the 21 part. Yeah, when she's find out. You're talking first. You were talking about 21, which was about if the new husband finds out the daughter isn't a virgin, and the father contests it,
That's
and
20,
it finds out, yeah, and she finds out. I know this is where I'm getting at. If she finds out that that it's not true, that she had shamed her family, and that's why she's being promiscuous, and that's why she was to be stoned to death. And when it's talking about over in 28 is, I think, a completely different scenario.
Yes, we're talking about her being raped.
And 28.
If she has in fact then been raped, he is the rapist is to pay for her chastity for 50 shekels and marry her. Then this law seemingly kicks in, which says, if however the charge is true and no proof of the young woman's virginity can be found, she shall be brought to the door of her father's house, and there the men of the town shall stone her to death. That's the reason it was brought up, I'm assuming.
Not necessarily, yeah, it is. But my argument that I made is that they are both discovered, so it's not. Again, they're not pledged to be married, and like I go into it that they're just like have a young single couple who no one's betrothed or anything. So instead of for there to be like a strict death, like you said, like you're implying, to nullify that situation, they get married.
Oh, so you're saying they should cohabitate and not be married?
Yeah, it's more like they're like the way I think the scenario went is that they're like young elopers.
Fairly certain that there's something about that not.
But
being
it's not necessarily a bad rape. It's like more of a rape on the father than it would be the.
Can I ask a
Go
quick
ahead,
question? Question to clarify. So we can agree that if a woman isn't a virgin when she marries a man, she is to be stoned to death. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can we then also agree that if a woman has sex and because of that has to marry, she is no longer a virgin?
Okay, say that again. I'm sorry.
I said if a woman has sex and because of having had sex has to marry the guy she had sex with, I'm not even using the word rape here, but had sex with, can we then agree that the moment she marries, she's no longer a virgin?
No, I can't agree with that.
Okay.
You know of a way. You know of a way to have sex and the woman still be a virgin after having had sex.
How are you using the word virgin here,
because that's interesting. You know that a woman being a virgin is a woman with an intact hymen, and that the hymen almost
I know, but
always.
You guys are talking about two different things, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's that it's in a different situation.
What's a virgin?
The thing about the murder is that's happened is that she would have to be betrothed already.
No.
And that's where the sin lies.
No.
Not sin, but I'm sorry, but with the problem.
You're on the wrong topic. What I'm talking about is virginity. So when's a woman a virgin and when is she no longer a virgin, according to you?
What's the point of this? I mean, I get what you're saying, but what oh my goodness.
The point is, a woman
Go ahead.
who isn't a virgin when she marries has to be stoned to death. A woman who is a virgin when she marries is okay. So
She's got
according to you, when is a woman a virgin and when is she no longer a virgin?
Well, the moment of intercourse, but
Okay. So
continue.
now we go back. The woman has intercourse with a guy, then has to pay the father 50 shekels, and after that he is supposed to marry her. Correct? Is she then still a virgin after having had intercourse? Yes or no?
No, but again, they're married. It's not like they're gonna go and stone her to death.
No. And what happens to a woman who isn't a virgin at marriage?
That's what I'm saying to you. They're not just gonna do that and just nullify the situation. You're looking at it at a
Okay,
completely wrong scope of life.
where's that in the Bible that it nullifies the situation?
It is.
What
It's
verse?
right there. I just told you it.
No, that nullifies the situation. Where's the nullification, not the
Yes.
interpretation?
I mean, you guys are taking one thing from it and then going back to another thing. And like I said, it wouldn't.
No, what we're
Work
doing,
like
what
that.
we're doing is we're reading the verses.
I don't
We're just reading what the verse says. According to
They're
you,
even
according to
qualifier
you, somehow
unless
a woman who has had intercourse is suddenly back a virgin because the dad got paid 50 shekels. I don't think that's how it works.
I think it's more the shekels as he paid for to be something around like the damaging of the father's name or something like that. For all I know.
for her chastity. That's what the money's for.
Yeah,
Well,
so
yeah,
the woman becomes worthless. The father can't marry her off anymore because she's no longer a virgin. Then she marries, which she has to do as a virgin, or else she will be stoned. And according to you, there's a nullification. Which verse is the nullification?
So what I was saying would be the one, the 28, verse 28 or
What does that?
29.
Can you read that for me?
We're talking about the part that where she's going to be stoned, right? Going back onto it. I'm sorry, I'm halfway listening. Like I said, I got other things going on.
If you don't know the verse, don't throw one out because we can actually look it up, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm on Bible Hub right now, looking at
Okay.
Deuteronomy 22. That's why I'm like
So you're looking at Deuteronomy 22:8. You said
20, just 22.
yeah, chapter 22, verse. It's the little numbers in the print.
I'm sorry.
The
Like
chapter.
I said, my attention is somewhere else, and I don't mean to be disrespectful like that, but
Okay,
like I said,
right before the sentence that you're quoting, there's a little number. What little number what's that number?
I was trying to refer back to what part we were talking about. Again, I'm
I know
going
you
through it both.
Deuteronomy chapter
I think
22.
29, I think is what I think you were talking about the shekels. I was trying to follow what you were saying in the text. That's why, because you were jumping between two verses. I'm just trying to follow. I'm trying to follow your guys' point of
Being
view.
so distracted.
Hmm?
This is fascinating listening with you being this distracted.
I'm sorry. Like I'm paying attention, looking at the clock to see, because like I said, I have to get going to work soon.
I appreciate that sincerely, but if you could, at this point, there's an audience.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, I realize you're willing to admit to being certain things, but we could at least appreciate the fact that there are people whose time we're supposed to be enjoying with them rather than.
Well, I know. I got told last minute. Like I said, like I could
Yeah,
have just ignored this, but
that actually was my mistake. I thought I had messaged you that we could do this today, and apparently I didn't. So that part is my mistake.
it's fine. Like I said, I'm trying to keep together.
I take credit for that. So that was my mistake.
I didn't realize that it happened. I apologize, but it'd still be nice if you could at least be a little empathetic to the fact that there is an audience and try to pay a little attention. I understand you being distracted. You got shit to do. I absolutely appreciate that, but just a little more of the bandwidth would be really appreciable. So Deuteronomy 22. You thought it was. Let's see what Deuteronomy 22:8 is. When you build a new house, that is not it.
No, it's Deuteronomy 22. Is
make a parapet around your roof. Wait a minute. This is some fascinating shit you should all know. Deuteronomy 22:8 is when you build a new house, make a parapet around your roof so that you may not bring the guilt of bloodshed on your house if someone falls from the roof.
Yeah. Make sure you do that, guys. That's important.
Holy shit.
I think I have to check. I don't think I did that. Is that bad?
Man, I got a feeling there are a lot of rabbinical Jews that are breaking that fucking law right there.
But I'm still curious. When is a woman a virgin, and when does she stop being a virgin? Because that's the only thing that comes into play in the law where a woman has to be stoned if she's
I guess so. I mean, I can see that from that point of view, like you said. If I can't stop you from having that interpretation of it.
It's not an interpretation. It is just simply reading the text and reading what it says.
But like I said, you read one thing and I'm reading another, and there's just no end to that.
That's the problem with the Bible. It says one thing in this verse, and it says the exact opposite in another verse. That's the problem with the Bible. That's not our problem.
There's also some people that people refuse to believe and people don't want to deal with about the Bible as well.
Right, because as theists keep telling us atheists, they want to sin. So they have to reject that part of the Bible so they can sin freely. And so my entire interpretation is, if Jesus died for our sins, we can do whatever the hell we like because it's already paid for. Otherwise,
could you imagine that though?
He died for nothing.
Jesus, though?
Sorry?
If Jesus comes back, like, could you imagine for a second, like, poor Jesus, if he ever comes back, and if he does come back, and like he's gonna be like, what the hell is wrong with all you people? Like, what the hell is your obsession with me being on a goddamn cross? Like, do you guys like reminding me what the hell I did for you all? And then people will be like,
okay. Now you're being cheeky. Now I'm going to be cheeky. Isn't he back yet? I mean, there's this guy in the White House who says, well, stuff and things. According to him, he's already back.
I want to be camp. Can I be camp? I just want to be camp.
You can be camp.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Just such a fan of cheeky.
Yeah, I mean, so, but
I fucking want to name a dog that. I love that word so much.
If we count in Trump, we already at least have 6 different Jesuses. Jesus, what's Jisms walking around on Earth. I mean, we've got one in Russia, we've got one in the Japanese Parliament, we got one in the USA who's a woman, which is kind of cute because obviously to her the Bible says Jesus was a woman.
She's Hindu and was reborn as Jesus.
Yeah, so
that's cool.
So,
well, that all depends. Like, when you say Jesus, anyone could technically be Jesus because Jesus is nothing more than a title. But the Son of God is completely different.
No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. Jesus was the name. Christ was the title.
No, it wasn't, because there's other passages where God says no one shall know the Son's real name.
Jesus' name from birth was Yeshua. Christ, the Christos, is the title, is the means the Messiah. So that's the title.
Well, then maybe I'm just a bit confused on that, but yeah. But, it probably is just Christ.
You might be a little confused, but
I'm pretty like something with Jesus with that being something from Greek though. And like with the
Jesus.
translation,
So the
Yeshua.
name Jesus is incorrect. The English, I think, was derived from the Greek. In the Aramaic, it is called Yeshua. And so I've got a friend who is a Syrian Orthodox Christian, and um, he speaks Aramaic, the same language Jesus supposedly spoke. And in that language, the name is Yeshua. But that's a first name. His full name was Yeshua Bar Yosef, or
Well,
Jesus, son
yeah.
of Joseph. So,
That's yeah.
but so
I want a copy of their version of the Bible. I'm already
I
looking
just
for one.
I don't want to get into the other details of it, but yeah, that is the common thing.
yeah.
That's the common belief. Yeah, I agree with you. I can't argue that. So yeah.
Syriac
So
Orthodox Church of Antioch.
according to Beach Prize, it's Jesus I. I like
About
Jesus I.
about yay.
Jesus I. But so I do have one question. If the Bible can be interpreted, then how do we know if we get it right?
At the end, that's what I would imagine, to be honest.
Wow, that's
So
how was that
so,
different?
so
Atheism, man.
so everyone is screwed except for a small amount of people who by accident got it right.
Or not.
If they got it right, yeah. If they got it right.
Seventh Day Adventists admit there's only room for 144,000 people.
In all honesty, like if you really think about it, like what if we're all completely wrong and this is the only reason why Jesus Christ had to die, like these idiots. So I might as well just have like you said, if Jesus did Christ like died, you should be able to sin and do whatever you want. What if he did die for that very reason? Because he's like, no one's gonna understand or do this, right? So I might as well just take it up on my own. Oops. Write this on my back or whatever.
So,
okay,
so
I don't. You remember the part of the conversation from the last time where we talked about the fact?
I don't.
we kind of mentioned back and forth about the fact that a lot of what you seem to be doing was finding something that you like and saying that's true, and then finding something that maybe you don't like as much and finding a way around that being as true as the thing that you believed. Do you remember that part of the conversation?
Something like that, yeah.
Dude, again, at least I remember that part, that much of it. I was drunk and high.
and you're not today?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Look,
did I say what?
Look at you. No, but so, and I don't want to insult anyone here, but to me, reading the Bible is pretty much the same as reading Harry Potter. Although I think Harry Potter is better and more consistent.
That's true.
It's more coherent.
I'll give you that. I mean, they're both good reads. I mean, on all of it.
Yeah, but so why would you even believe what the Bible says?
We went into this last time, and I think.
Yeah.
And I still couldn't give you an answer. There's really no reason for me to believe. Like I said, there still isn't. I still can't give you one like that.
Which I find amazing. You believe, and you have no reason to believe it.
No,
and you're honest enough to at least admit that. You're the first we've had on here who was honest enough to admit that he has no reason to believe it, and yet he still believes it. So you get major points for that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much. I could try to lie to you. I could try to make up something, but would it be worth it all in the end? No, it wouldn't. Because then I'd have to keep going on a tangent with that and try to give you answers, and I just dig myself a grave. So I might as well just be honest and just say, hey, I don't have a reason to believe. I just do. There's no reason why, to it.
So, but if that's true, then what was the point of what is the point of interpreting the Bible? I don't have a reason to believe, and I read the Bible because
I guess to convince others to come back to the kingdom of God. To be honest, I mean would be the only answer. that I can see fit to why there would be a reason
That
that
sounds like
the whole
shit that everyone
but
for you.
yeah.
You're trying to recruit for the core by saying that even you don't have a good reason to be a part of it. I have to question the efficacy of such a stance. It's a bold
fine.
stance, Cotton.
I mean, that's the ultimate purpose of it, right? But do I follow that purpose? I don't know if I do. Probably not. I don't, though. Like I said, I don't, because I'm not into recruit people, or, talk about bringing people to Christ or whatever you're talking about.
Okay. I'm going to have to hit my own rewind button and assume that I didn't hear that right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm mishearing you.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm perfectly willing to admit that I must have heard what you said wrong, because otherwise what you just said would be complete contradiction of what that was.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume I didn't hear what I thought I did. I apologize.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. I was just in the side chat. We got a guy in the side chat called Evolution Falls. He said he wants to come in and talk.
Darth Darkins. Hello, my friend.
Is that Darth Dawkins?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Darth Dawkins.
Darth Dawkins in your room, son.
Yeah, he and I go back a while. He last time he was on, he left on a tangent. He was completely freaked out. So oh,
He's covered in bugs.
well, so I'm going to send you another invite, Darth Dawkins. I'm pretty sure we can find a co-host who wants to talk to you. I'd like to again, so I'll send you an email and we'll pick a date and time, because we only have one guest at the time, and the reason for that, I'll explain this, and people will say, hey, you got two co-hosts and just one guest. Yeah. The two co-hosts is because I'm the director of all of this as well. I need to press the button so you can see me, or
he's the cameraman. It's very important.
This pretty guy,
right,
or the guest, or even both of us. So that's why I have a co-host, so I can do stuff and still have a co-host who picks up where I leave off. But we want to give people the chance to talk, and so if we're going to have multiple guests on, it's going to go nowhere, because everyone will start talking over each other, and then we have a lost conversation, and that's useless. So that's why we have one guest at a time. You can come back as many times as you like, if you're respectful, Darth Dawkins. Wink, wink. If you're respectful. Otherwise, you're going to get kicked off, and we're going to just have fun as co-hosts, and take it from there. So,
Guy,
I'm going to send Darth an email, and we'll see if he wants to come on, when he wants to come on. I copied the email address, so. We should be fine.
Guy.
We got a question from the side chat. Aaron Benton. I'm Aaron. Aaron Benton. He says, "Why don't you believe in the Quran?"
I think you answered this. You didn't read it.
Yeah, haven't read it fully. Still haven't picked up where I left off.
Okay, and
but it's not necessarily I don't like not believe in it. I guess you can say Judaism, Christianity, and Islamic religions are kind of technically tied into one. You'd say that the Abrahamic religions, right? That's what people call them. So there you go. It's Abrahamic God, right? It's all the same God. No matter who, atheist, Hindu, doesn't matter. Same God.
Yeah, but
yep,
so
it's all same shit.
Like I agree with you maybe a little bit, Artemis, to where you say I might pick and choose what I want from the Bible, but then again, If it's not true, who gives a shit?
Again, the concern is that if you are in a position where you don't make significant distinctions with regards to that, you probably don't make them with regards to things that actually matter.
Like what things? Like things that have to deal with
while you're driving your car, while you're operating heavy machinery, while you're raising your kid, there are myriad opportunities to say and do the wrong thing and have it have reasonably catastrophic.
I would guess so, but I guess that all depends on. I guess if that sounds more like a conversion, or what you're talking about, conversion or whatever. That's what went through my mind. If you do it, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The thought that I'm sorry, I thought that popped in my head. Like, I was thinking of like coming from like a Christian background where there's already a set and rules into it. Like they're already living a certain life.
It's not about being a Christian. It's about the thought process that leads you to where you are.
Well, that's what I'm tired. That's what my mind was going with it. Like I was thinking, like what you're doing and how things and why you're doing it and the reasons why. Like I said, those Christians rules and fundamentals that some people are brought up on. So that's what you're talking about. So those fundamentals.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm actually talking.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean those are obviously wrong and bad. I think that was kind of your point, but no, I was actually talking about the process you go through to decide what you're going to believe is true about the world. That's the part that's troublesome, and it's troublesome with creationists as much as anyone who is apparently flippant as yourself. It's just bad because it's indicative of how you treat things that are probably significantly more important than what you think about a religion. And if you're picking and choosing what parts of a thing you choose to believe, you're probably doing that with the rest of your life, and that's when it can become dangerous for all of us.
I wouldn't think so.
The gun, man.
Yeah, the Bible doesn't say. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think the situation would arise like that. No. Yeah, because again, I didn't grow up with it, so it's not like nothing's changed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Again, I'm hoping that once you get a little bit older and you sober up a little bit, that you just let this shit go. It's your woo period. I hope your next thing is crystals, and then you let it all.
Yes, I'm gonna do crystal meth. That's gonna be awesome.
Crystals, not crystal meth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Crystal.
I thought you meant crystal meth. You got my hopes up.
Nobody does crystal meth anymore. Everybody does meth.
I'm joking, of course.
Yeah, don't do crystal meth. Just don't do it.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah.
But
I'm gonna do Jesus.
I think
I'm gonna get on Christianity.
I think the thing Artie is trying to get you to answer is, what are your standards for believing something? Because if your standard is as low as, well, I have no reason, but I'm going to believe it anyway, that means that you're going to believe a lot of stuff anyway without reason. And I don't think that that's going to be productive in life.
Well, it's gotten me this far.
Yeah, and look where it's got you.
I know.
It's got you somewhere where you have a book.
Still here right now.
Yes,
it's wonderful.
But it's got you to where you have a book and you don't even know what rules to adhere to, and which you don't have to adhere to. So,
well, that's all in your whole thing with the interpretation of the book, because your book is different from my book. Even though you say you claim not to have, exactly. See, you don't even have a book to reference from.
No.
You know of the Bible, but
you act like that's.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It is.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
You want to know? You want to know what I reference from? From reality, from things we can demonstrate. We can demonstrate to be true. So, let's say. You talk about biblical interpretations. Let's say that at a certain point.
Sorry.
you come to understand that you have to follow all the Mosaic laws. That's where we get people like the NIFB. I don't know if you're familiar with those.
There's almost no way.
Yeah.
He's too new to this to have been involved with those idiots. By the way, this isn't an invitation for you to get involved with these idiots. These people
No.
are insane.
I know. Sorry, my kid walked in the room. I was talking to him for a quick second.
Okay.
I agree with you. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna no IFB and stuff like that. Like I said, people just.
But these
it's
people,
sad that
okay,
stuff
but
happens, and
what I'm talking about,
It happens.
these people have their interpretation of the Bible and they think it's correct. You have your interpretation. What if you shift your interpretation and come to find yourself in the same position as they're in? Then it's going to become dangerous for people, because then you're going to want people to be killed. You want the government to do that because obviously you can't do that yourself, or you'll go to prison.
oh no,
But
I'd probably do it myself. No, but
no, but
one of the
do you
things
see do you see the problem? Do you
But
see
yes, I know what you're saying. But no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I think that the quick answer to his question is that you tend towards the warm fuzzy bits of the Bible as the parts you find true and meaningful to you, which is a testament to the person that you already are. So let's just not allow this bad idea in your head to turn into something that's even more meaningful, like it is for those idiots. Because once you start confining yourself to an actual interpretation, that's where you can lead yourself, because there's kind of the only filter is you. And if you don't change the filter frequently enough, you start letting some big fucking chunks blow holes in it, and pretty soon you're an idiot. Just a stark, raving, mad, angry at the world.
Yeah. Oh, I feel you on that. But yeah, I mean, there's even with the stuff like there's other stuff that goes into it with that as well. With the biblical interpretations. Again, like especially for me, with the like when it goes back to with the Sophia thing and the creations and all that, like those things are like everyone's still asking those questions, and I love that, about the world, that we still have those questions to ask and people still make them, that like it's still around. Like I hope, like when we see, like I really do hope that if anything that there isn't any religion, because then we all have nothing to fear then, so to speak, right? Like that we should even have anything to fear at all. And I
so?
think that's what most of the problem is. What it comes with it is that there's a great fear, and it shouldn't be there.
So I think I missed something. What great fear are you referring to?
Just death.
Why are you afraid of death?
Yeah.
Some people are, I think, at the end of it.
Well, no, specific to you. Are you afraid of death?
No.
Okay, so then how can that be part of your?
Part of my what? I'm sorry.
No, I thought you were describing death as a reason to never mind. Again,
Like death, I mean, like not physical death, but just the death of everything. Like what it is, like the death of
like heat death of the universe. You can is that
like that.
on your
I
list?
guess. Yeah. Like whatever. Like I'm sorry.
So, but is then death the only reason why you think you need to believe? Because the Bible presents you with an afterlife, with a cop out to death?
I don't think that's
No.
it. Really,
That wouldn't be a cop out to death. It'd probably be even worse. I mean, look, if you're good, you get to go with the dictator. If you're bad, you fucking burn for things that you did.
Why the fuck?
It doesn't sound good either way.
Why the fuck have you apparently chosen to believe this shit?
Yes, that's
no
mind-boggling
reason
to me as well. Because if you refer to the God that you worship as a dictator,
Just
Yeah. Jokingly, as a dictator, yeah, jokingly.
not jokingly.
well,
I say that jokingly.
The word, dude, not ours.
If anything in the Bible is correct, I at least know that you're not going to end up with the dictator. You're going to end up with the other guy who was on the cross, Jesus, who loves to see people roast in hell. And he likes to smell. And he goes there with angels and just watch every day how people are tortured.
You're a fun Poe, but you should be careful what you joke about.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it.
Like what? Like what? You mean like talking about that of the Father and the Son?
No,
That's fine.
You as a joke. Apparently, you were talking about maybe there is good reason to bash babies against rocks. That's a conversation you had with someone else, and then we talked about it the last time, and you said that you had said that as a joke, that you didn't actually mean that. And that's just the first example of holy shit, that's a horrible fucking thing to think. And I have a dark sense of humor. I mean, it's not like I wasn't repulsed by it or offended. I just thought, fuck, that's a harsh thing to say.
Yeah, that's me. I get there.
If you meant it, that it's one thing. It's specifically horrible because you meant it. But if you said it intended to be a joke that didn't fucking land, it's still uncomfortable. And again, I got a dark sense of humor. I'm all about a good dead baby joke. That was not a good dead baby joke.
Which one? The one with the stones?
The one about beating babies' heads against rocks, and that occasionally being justifiable.
No, I don't think I just said it was. I think what the conversation went was, if I remember correctly, that I had said it, but he was incorrect about it.
No,
like if it was an order from God or something. I might be confusing this with, because I said it on multiple platforms. So.
Yeah, no, you're confusing it at least a couple of instances then, because no,
I apologize. Then, yeah, like I said, I've talked about it more than one person. So
it's just, like I said, there pull your brains out, but there are certain things you might want to just curb your tongue about a little bit, especially, I don't know, man. It's there as you age, jokes like that get less and less fucking funny. As more of your friends lose children, it gets less and less fucking funny. So you might want to, keep that in mind. And you made some comments today. I'm not going to, rehash the entirety. I didn't fucking write them down because I didn't think this is where we were headed. But there's just certain things you might want to just think about right before you let it fly. I
have no filter. It's a curse.
Yeah, no, I'm suspect. Don't get me wrong. I think I've been pretty well behaved tonight, but I have had my moments. But yeah, pull your brains out. But just keep in mind, there are some people that actually care about this shit, and it's meaningful. And
well, that's what I'm saying. You see, well, again, you think that I'm Poe as well because I heard you say that. But no, I tell you, I'm not a Poe. I believe 100%.
Well, even you have admitted that you don't. So that's.
I do, but there's not a reason to.
Believe 100% that you don't have a reason to believe. That's
yes.
See.
And so let me ask a few questions. We got several in the side chat. We also got someone called Answer to Mystery, who says that we're lying. You know what? Answer to Mystery. There's an email address down below. Send me an email. Come on the show. Let's talk about this.
Wait.
So,
is there more than one person that thinks we're lying? Guy, have we lied?
No, he was talking about dashing the babies on the rocks.
Yeah. That passage, yeah, it's not. It's God. Some people say God commands the babies to get dashed upon the stones, but it's actually like a verse in Psalms. It's from a song or something, or a poet. I don't know, because that's what Psalms is all about, I think. But it's just saying that it's like, I think it does fulfill prophecy or something. So something like that did happen or something like that. I forget. There's a lot to the Bible to remember. Like try to be good or bad. No, I'm just playing. I make jokes.
The first half is the same.
And we've got two other things that I wanted to bring up. The first one is what I think is a little bit more important. So And Angie Dell 66 in the side chat mentioned this earlier. You have kids. Do you teach your kids all of this as well? And don't you think that's might not be the correct thing to do?
I mean, sure, I don't care. It is what it is. They learn some things from me, then they pick up some things. It's life. They're gonna grow up and figure out things their own way when they get old enough.
That's actually not
Best I
correct.
can do is
That's actually not correct.
I
So
think
so
I remember you
no
asked
no
this
hold on
last time
hold
I
on
answered.
hold on.
I said
Hold on. Let me finish. A kid's brain isn't fully developed yet. So the things that you tell your kid will be remembered as something that is 100% correct because Dad told me so, and that's going to stick around until the brain is
It's
developed.
true. I mean, that's true. Or accidents could potentially happen, and it's all for naught as well. Like just the other day, there was a poor kid walking around the mall, and a freaking steel plate fell on the poor child. I mean, then what are you gonna do? There's nothing to cheat. It's kind of sad.
What's funny is the insurance company will call that an act of God.
Yeah, I still don't think that you see the severity of the situation here.
I mean, you're the one
The
who thinks
things
it's
that you are going to teach your children right now are going to be in their brain as truth.
Yeah, you might want to keep to yourself that you think this any part of this shit, assuming you're not a Poe. You might want to keep the fact that you think any of this shit is true from your offspring at
Yeah.
this point.
Well, why
Yeah.
what does it matter what my offspring believer think? What's any business of that of yours?
Because
It's not my business, but I
be-
am concerned that you let
And
that
even
in.
if they do, with what effect in their place in the world would they have?
I don't think you want to let your kids loose in the fucking into the wild without any
The world's a
principle.
wild place without this crazy shit that I believe in. I don't think it would matter either way.
Right? Maybe they should have a
Even
more
if I did teach them whatever I want, there's worse things that can pick up. So I could teach them whatever I want. It wouldn't matter what I teach them. They're going to be their own person, their own individuals. I can only try to.
and that's what I've been trying to tell, and that's what I've been trying to tell you. That's
Like I
where
said, it's the
you
same answer I gave last time.
that's where you are wrong. Because they will have this notion of truth, and it will be very difficult to shed that, even in light of clear evidence. It will still be difficult for them to shed that. So what's a fun game to you is going to be serious for them in later life. And that's where you're doing damage. That's where you're doing horrific damage
I'm not
to
going
your
to.
your
You're
own
saying her.
to your own
You can only
children.
raise
And
the best of your
the fact
ability.
hold on. I wasn't finished.
That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't
It's
I
not
wasn't I
like
wasn't
you're gonna get it.
finished. I
Like I said
wasn't
last
I
time.
wasn't
I know,
finished.
but I
I
feel like I
wasn't
should at least
I
interject a
wasn't
little bit.
finished. I wasn't finished. That is where you're going to do horrific damage to your kid. And the fact that you just said, "What does it matter?" is something that makes me mad. The fact
Well,
that
then be mad.
the fact that your kid's life doesn't matter to you.
No,
That's
what I'm
making me
saying
mad.
is that I'm going to do the best that I can to, again, raise them to the best so they can get into society well.
You're not doing the best. You're doing the worst.
I mean, it's not like it's only up to me. I mean, there's a whole community that takes,
No, it
it's
is
not
up
like
to
I'm
you.
not the
It
only
is up
person
to you.
influence
It
in my children's life.
it is
So
up
it's
to
not like
you.
it's not
It
like
is
I have the
who
end
will your
factor.
kid
I'm not the only influence in the child's life, and that's the whole point. So he's not just going to get things from
who do you think is a
from
bigger
everyone else.
influence? Who do you think is a bigger influence at this
Their
age?
mother, because they see them more than they see me. They
And
see
what
her more than they see me.
does their mother teach them the same things?
Probably not. No, we're completely different opposites. I
Yeah.
don't like Hollywood. She loves Hollywood.
Yeah,
Stuff like that. But no, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not going to be only up to me. You don't have to worry about me.
co-parent
Everybody's going to be out of it. I mean,
I'm just curious.
I'm not
I'm
like
just.
I'm all alone with my kids. You know, that's
Hold
what I'm
on,
saying.
hold
The
on.
children have
Listen,
other outlets.
listen,
It's confusing. That's
listen,
why I'm getting at.
listen,
Like, you should know this.
listen.
You had it.
Hey, guy, listen. Stop talking. Listen. So what you're saying is, I can feed my children poison, but because my wife is still giving them good food, so my poison won't hurt them. That's what you're saying.
You can define anything like that if you want, sure.
It isn't defined like that. It's what it is.
Well, I can see something as giving like them a candy treat is seeing the poison, and even though I don't agree with it, someone else is gonna still give them candy.
That's the length you have to go to defend it.
Yeah.
You know,
Is candy poison?
a little bit to me. I think it's a little sugary snack, but you know,
I was
I'd rather
talking.
them
I was
have
talking. Okay, I'll clarify.
that scenario.
I'll
That's what I'm
clarify. Hold on, because you're getting me mad now. Because you don't want to
getting
listen.
yourself mad. You can't control your emotions, man.
No, I can. Well, when it comes to children, no, I can't. So you are
Well, don't
justified.
get
You are
emotional about
justified.
my
Hold on.
children. They're
You
my-
are just
don't worry,
no.
they're
Hold
my
on.
children. You don't need to get
I
emotional
don't.
about my.
I don't want to mute you, but I will if you don't stop talking.
I can just leave then. That's fine.
You're saying that it's fine for you to give your children rat poison as long as your wife or girlfriend gives them good food.
Well, why would you think I would give them rat poison?
Because
Why do
that's
you have
what
to think
because
like
that's
that?
what because
Why does your mind go there to
Because-
rat poison?
because
Is
that's
that
what you're doing.
do?
Because that's what you're
So
doing.
now you're saying I'm feeding my kids rat poison.
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay. So do you have any proof of it?
You are feeding them the equivalent of mental rat poison. Yes.
Oh, mental rat poison, not actual rat poison.
And you don't think that that's a problem.
Well, they're gonna get a bunch of rat poison from elsewhere.
You
Not just
you
from
don't
me.
you don't think that that's a problem.
I,
You don't
what can I
think
do?
you
I
don't
can
think
control how
you
much
don't
poison
think
I try to give them.
you don't think that you have the responsibility to give your children the best they can get.
I can only try to give them the best.
You
all I can
already
try to
you
do.
already said you didn't care.
No, you assume that.
No, you said that.
No. I mean,
People
you're like
people can go back on the stream because you clearly said that. I don't care. Because you said, and I'll restate it. You said I don't care because they're going to get a lot of other influences later in life. That's what you said.
They would exactly. They
Yes.
wouldn't.
And
Not that I don't care about
I
my
explained
children.
to you.
I don't want you to convolute. I don't want you to mess up that.
I
don't want you to think
explained.
that I don't
I
care. I don't want you to think
explained.
that at all.
I explained to you.
Peter, check your DMs. Peter, please check your DMs.
I will. I explained to you that there's a big difference because your child's brain isn't developed yet. So what
Well, my
you are.
child's
So
brain is
what?
different from any
Shut
average
the
child's
fuck up
brain.
when I'm talking.
I have to interject. I mean, my child isn't the same
Shut
as any other
the
child.
fuck up when I'm talking. I'm not
You weren't
going to-
talking right there. I even paused for you to respond, and you were talking, so I took the initiative to say something. I'm sorry. There's a gap. It takes a while. I paused for you to speak. I'm
Stop
sorry.
talking. Okay. Now you stop talking. What I'm saying is that your child's brain isn't developed yet. So what you are doing is actual harm. And you can think that you're not doing that, but you will be wrong. And there's science to back this up. If you fuck up your kid by telling them stuff that you don't care about and that to you is not important, then they should take your children away from you. It's clear as
Again,
that.
this is all you're saying this about religion, which is offensive as hell.
I'm not
but
saying this about religion. I'm saying this about this one guy, the guy that I'm actually talking to right now. I'm saying
that's
that
what
to
we
him.
thought we were talking about. I'm sorry.
I'm saying that to him. I'm going to mute you.
Hold religious beliefs now.
Because that's the only topic of subject. That's the only topic that was at subject. Was
Mute
that.
this motherfucker. I'm so tired of talking to this. You kidding me with this shit? Holy fuck, would you listen to somebody who might have some sense of what it takes to be a person rather than you just continuing to spout your fucking horse shit? Fucking my ass.
Okay.
You're annoying as piss.
Yeah, I don't get it that your children are not that important to you.
Ignorant fucking asshole.
That's what I don't get, and that's what's making me mad.
I think you guys got confused somewhere along the way.
No,
I mean, to
we
be
didn't
honest,
we didn't get confused.
you guys let your emotions get the better of you, and I apologize for that. I'm sorry that you
I'm sorry. As actual fucking adults, we get annoyed when people say stupid shit about their own goddamn kids.
I didn't say anything. You're the ones talking about my children. I didn't bring up my children. You guys did. No, you guys didn't have to bring up my children at all. In fact, I prefer you keep my children out your mouths.
There was a question in the side chat. People can ask you questions. If you come on here and there's someone in the side chat who brings up an interesting topic, then I'm going to interject that into the conversation, whether you like it or not. Because guess what? This is our show, not yours. We determine the rules here.
Okay.
If you're not fine with that, then that's too bad. So if someone in the side chats asks, does he teach his children this? And we ask you that question, and you then say, yes, I do. And we point out how this is harmful, and your response is, I don't care. Yeah, of course, people are going to get mad.
Yeah, there's worse things than out there than just me.
There's worse things out there than you.
They're going to learn.
At this point, I can't think of anything worse than you.
And you're in front of us.
I mean, honestly, you guys, again, the whole thing was you just said it was, well, if I was going to teach my kids this, and I answered that last.
No, it's not about the goddamn religion you profess to believe. It's about how you think. That's what's scary.
Yeah.
I keep trying to tell you that. It's how you make decisions about what you see in the world as real and not real, and what's true and not true. That's what's fucking frightening.
Well, if I'm a soft and gentle, fuzzy person, what's there to worry about? Isn't that what I'm going to teach my
You're
children?
you're not a soft and gentle, fuzzy person. You're teaching your children to believe in bullshit. They are going to make their life decisions based on what you teach them.
Oh yeah,
you're setting them.
Sure
you're setting them up for a major failure, and you don't care because you're a warm, fuzzy person who just wants to have fun with religion and just wants to believe what he wants to believe because he wants to believe, and you don't see that as a problem for your children. You don't see that as a problem for their further education, where they might just skip education because daddy told them it wasn't that important because the Bible says this and the Bible says that. That's what daddy told us. And to you that's a lot more important than learning about reality. That's a lot more important. And I'm going to talk over you because you talked over me before, so I'm just going to talk over you. And I'm not finished yet. You are ruining your children's lives. And I, for one, would be more than happy to have the state take your children away from you.
Well, that's fine.
That's a weird answer.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's entitled to his opinion. The fuck am I going to do about what he thinks?
I hope at some point in time your children will watch this video and see how dad talks about them and that he doesn't care, that he doesn't give a shit, that he doesn't give a shit about their future. He just doesn't care. He just wants to have fun, and he just wants to have an argument on the internet and look clever when he absolutely looks as dumb as rocks.
I wish I never played to be clever.
okay. That's what he's counting on. Is somebody else is going to fix the stupid shit.
Yeah.
Somebody else is going to make it okay.
Yeah, you can just screw up because someone else is going to fix your what you screwed up with.
Fucking sperm donor with a job.
Yeah.
And you still think this is funny.
Yeah, because again, you guys are just
No,
it's
he didn't.
absurd.
He recognized it as being accurate.
It's because you guys don't know me. That's
He knows
it.
in this child's life.
You guys can say
He's
you guys don't know
He wouldn't
behind
have a lot of contact.
you guys don't even know who I am.
Now I think we've learned a lot about you today, guy. It's disconcerting, and I don't even like to use that word because it always seems like everybody's using it wrong, but I feel like it fits. Just never felt so fucking anxious about wanting to smack somebody in the fucking neck.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you said that.
let me tell you something about what I do in my spare time. I work with underprivileged kids. I work with kids whose parents are in jail or in prison. I work with kids who don't have parents. I work with kids who have lost a parent who provided the income and so are left with absolutely nothing. I work with kids like that. So if I come across some stupid idiot like you who doesn't care about his own kids, yeah, that's going to make me mad. And that's going to release some emotions because I work with kids like that. And I see the harm that has been done. And you don't even care about your own kids. To you
Well,
it's
again,
just,
that's just
to you it's
that.
just a
Yes.
joke because everything you screw up
your
with,
opinion is
everything
is the-
no, it's not my opinion because you were clear. Everything
Yes, it
you
is.
screw up with can be fixed by someone else. Right?
It's going
Those
over
were
Artemis'
those
said.
were your words.
Um,
Those were your words.
That's what Artemis said. I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I said he gets other influences. That's exactly. I said they're going to get other influences.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what you teach them, right? It doesn't matter if you screw up.
Because they're going to grow up and believe
It
it. They're
doesn't
going to
matter.
want to believe
It
it.
doesn't.
Sure, they're going to hold on to some things that I might teach them, or what hopefully that it's going to be good. But at the end of the day, they're going to be their own unique person, and I'm
Yeah.
going to have no control over that.
Yes,
I'm going to have no control of what type of person they're going to
and
be.
that's
I
where
can only
you're wrong.
best
And
they're gonna
that's
be the best
and
person.
that's where you're wrong because the control that you're going to have is what you are putting in right now. And that's what we've been trying to tell you.
Somebody in your house as a kid made you like this. We're just asking that, maybe it not get repeated.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is what what's getting repeated. This is what
I assume you weren't raised by either of your parents.
I was. It was just by my mother.
Okay. So your dad was out of the picture entirely.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
nothing about your childhood has anything to do with who you are today.
Well, obviously, yes.
Okay, so that's weird. So anything about your mom's personality reflected in you?
Yeah, I guess I am her son.
Gee, it's as if that's what we're fucking
The other
talking
day, and I'm freaking like my father as well, and I've never met him.
I'm sure your mother has said more than once that.
When I met him, I'm sorry. No, when I first, let me clarify. When I met him for the first time several years ago.
Okay, right on.
That's what I was talking about. I apologize.
No worries.
I'm just like
That's not a thing that I feel bothered me and that you owe anybody an apology for.
Are there
Yes.
any things your mother taught you that you still believe are valid today?
Just take care of the earth, take care of good people. Take care of the people, take care of things.
So
Did your mom any suggestions as to how you think about people and how you might go about learning what kind of people are?
No, because she kept me shut in. See.
Oh,
So there's no social.
so isn't that what she taught you?
I guess so. She didn't teach me. No, but she, but I was just shut in. She was a helicopter parent.
So what's your
This is different though. This is different, because I realize those mistakes and things like that that come, and I try to, if we're gonna go into, I mean, this is completely off topic, fellas. I gotta say, you guys are terrible at sticking on topic, but terrible. I mean, this is a personal, private conversation now. We should have gotten off air a while ago, but hey, why not?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm enjoying this. We're all going to be more friends at the end of the day. We're going to have another one probably. I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. But
what I'm curious about is there anything your mother told you that you still think that she was right about? Anything?
Sure. Like I said, just I can't really think of anything coming to mind because it's like you asked me on the spot. But
did she ever tell you couldn't trust your dad?
No. Like that.
Okay, I don't want to get too far into.
Here.
Around a campfire, this might be a legitimate question where I ask you, well, what did she teach you? But I really don't expect you to do that on the fucking internet. I apologize for even having the thought. But anyway, move on.
Well, I'd be more than happy to tell people what I've been taught when I was a kid. To me, that wouldn't be a problem. That wouldn't violate my privacy. That wouldn't violate anyone's privacy because I'm actually proud of the education that I got at home.
It's a bit much. I'm not buying any of the theatrics that you just pulled off about how we had just changed the topic and we've been talking about this shit for more than half an hour now. You had more than ample time to have read somebody make that comment to you.
No, I'm fucking like stupid as hell. I'm not paying attention.
And then you were suddenly really eloquent. That's just weird. Now I can't remember what I was gonna say because I got trumped. I apologize to everyone. I did not see any of this coming.
No, nor did I.
I know Peter didn't see any of this coming. I apologize to Guy for going at you early about you being distracted, even though I knew the part about you having to go to work and shit, but I was unaware that Peter had entirely let you down and not let you know a week ago when he did.
Nope.
That was you had asked.
That was my bad.
Last week to this week, so I apologize for that. Beyond that, I kind of don't really apologize for much of what I had to say to you tonight. I think that you have a diminished consideration for what it means to be a father based on two things I learned tonight. But interesting conversation that again went a place that I didn't fucking see going. I mean, last time it was just that you didn't have any reason to believe it, and then this time that you were willing to teach that to your kids, that not having a reason to believe something was somehow acceptable in any way to them ever is
no, I mean,
fundamentally frightening.
Their own thing. Like I said, they're just gonna learn how to
be involved. I know. I remember the conversation. I just wanted to say that this is where I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself. I apologize for Peter not giving you any more warning than this, but I'm fucking done.
Well,
if you'd like to say something to me about being an asshole about this right now, I fully appreciate it, and I will sit here while you do it.
No, what I want. Since we went this road, I at least want to see if we can at least run a little damage control. So, Guy, I really want to ask you, do you care about your children?
Hell yes, I care about my freaking children. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Dude, yeah, like I said, it's just
Arnie, don't shut off
kids,
the camera.
Man. Damn kids. Of course I care about them.
So then why not give them the best start in life they can
I'm
get.
giving them the best start I can give them, man.
No,
I'm
you're
only
not. You're not. You're not. You're
you
obviously
again.
you're obviously not.
This what you
And
think. You
here's
think it is.
listen.
See,
Listen.
you're not one. You're not. Okay,
Let
go
me
ahead. Go
explain.
ahead.
Let me
Go ahead.
explain. Okay? Let me explain. You can respond after I explain. You're not giving your children the best start in life. And here's why. If you are not sure about your beliefs and if you have a good reason to believe it, then at least do your kids the favor and don't teach them what you believe.
Well, you
Let them make up their mind when they're old enough to make up their mind. What the
and I've
hell?
already said that.
What the hell's wrong with that?
I've already said that before. Like I said that last stream, and you condoned me. And you said, "Well, good job," because I'm not going to teach them what I believe. Because again, like I said, they'll wait and learn things when they get older. It's exactly what I've been saying. They're going to get older. They're going to learn, and when they learn, when I feel
But
like they're at an appropriate age, maybe when they're out of high school, I'll bring it up to them.
but
But
that's not.
until then, no, I'm not.
But that's not
That
what you
right now we're
said.
focused on school.
Okay, okay, hold on. But that's not what you said earlier. Because I asked you a specific question. Are you teaching your children this? And you said yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was referring back to the last time. I didn't mean to freaking. I was audio thought. Because then I was going in my head, I'm like, yeah, didn't we discuss this last time? And then I tried to throw that out there. Then it went on the tangent that it did.
Well, what I'm concerned about is that um, so what you are doing is you don't care about what is real and what is not real because you believe something when you have no reason for it to believe it anymore. And so if that's what you're going to teach your children, that they can just choose to believe something, which I still think is not even possible because you can't choose to believe something. You have to have a reason. So there is a reason why you believe the Bible. Whether you think you don't have a good reason or not, there is a good reason. Maybe you don't want to tell it on air, and that's fine because that's your prerogative. But there is a reason. And what you need to do and what you need to teach your children is that they have to have a damn good reason to believe something. What is true is what comports to reality and what can be
You know what?
demonstrated, what can be demonstrated to be true. And
And
if
you know
that,
what? You have a good. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no, go
no,
ahead.
because I'll be honest with you right now. Because to be real, we just had this conversation the other day. Like, I think my girlfriend's Catholic, right? Well, not my girlfriend, my wife, whatever you want to call her, girlfriend or wife. I still call her girlfriend. Um, um, she was just gonna say my little boy's right. He's getting up to the age where in Catholicism there's like communion or whatever it starts off as, right? And she's like,
Hmm.
"Well, do we want to get it started off?" And I'm like, "Well, why should we?" Right? Because she has her own belief system that she grew up with, and mind you, I had the same one, but I just don't think it's necessary. But now it's confining with her. So, what do we take from this point? You know what I'm saying? Because it brings up a good point. Because I'm kind of in the predicament right now. But what should we, again, teach my children? Should I teach them up through growing up through the Catholic way or what? You know, again, there's these outside influence things that are in my control, um, and also out of my control. Like what? How am I going to control their influence when I'm again not the only outside factor? I only have such a small grasp on what I can teach them and what I can
Yeah,
stop them from being taught, so to speak.
and see, that's where you and I differ because you have a huge influence. When your children are growing up, you have a huge influence on them. What you're telling them while they're growing up, while their brain is developing, that's going to sit in there and it's going to be extremely hard to challenge that. So you might not realize it, but do some research on how brains develop and how important it is for a parent to do their best with the children while their brains are developing. And
Yeah,
that's why I got mad. So I apologize that I
you're
got
fine.
mad, but
You're fine. You're fine. Like I said, I was
it
trying
is
to.
because
No,
it is because I have worked with children who are completely fucked up by their parents. And that's going to take them an awful lot of work to make to get that undone. And
yes,
they're going to have a lesser chance in life because they're not taught how to think. They're not taught how to distinguish what is real and what isn't. And I'm not putting this all on you, but it is what makes me mad most about religion is that they are brainwashing children, and I've met uh, adult men in their 50s who are still scared of hell. They've become an atheist, but
it's
are
terrifying.
still,
Yeah,
yes. And
it's sad. It's a sad thing. That's,
but that is what it does if you teach your children at a very young age. So that's why I'm saying, why not have your beliefs and run with them as much as you want, but teach your
I never
children,
said
teach your
I.
children, don't teach your children what you believe and how you came to believe it.
No, not like I
Give it.
said. That's not my again. It's not my prerogative. Like it isn't. That isn't what I want to do or anything like that. No. Again, they're too young. As I said earlier, maybe when they get to be about high school age, when they're 18, I can have that talk with them. But they're just there's no point to it. What's a kid gonna do with thoughts of God? Let them be a kid. Teach him how to go to school. Let him make friends. That's what I want for them. I want him to learn how to make friends and how to be a good little boy. You know, that's what I want for my kids, and same thing for my daughter. I want her to go to school. I want her to learn. I want her to grow. I want her to be someone important in the community that everyone can look up and recognize. You know, that's what
Hmm.
I want for my children. That's what I'm trying to teach them to be. That's what I'm trying to teach them. I'm trying to teach them how to be a stand-up citizen. I'm trying to find ways so I can be more stand-up for them, so I could be that small example in case they might not be another example for them. It's a very hard task. I agree with you. A very hard task because I have to change myself for them. I can't live for myself no more. I have to live for them and make sure watching these things that I do to make sure everything that is okay. So I don't.
I don't entirely agree with that either. You still have a life, and so what you need to show your children is that you still have a life. You don't have to give up
That's true.
everything
Yeah,
because of your children. Because if you're going to teach them that, then they're going to feel guilty, which is another thing you don't want to happen.
they're
So
just my life's work. You know, my ongoing life's work forever.
yeah, but that's why it's so important what you teach them.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And and
We're not we're
so
not we're not gonna get wrong on that. Is that
well,
we both agree on that.
Well,
It is
let
important.
me ask you another question that was asked in the side chat by Aaron Benton. Aaron Benton. He said, "Why not just be an atheist? If you have no reasons to believe, why the hell believe it?"
Well, that reason is a reason that I can't really give because I believe in God. So that is the answer to give is because I believe in God. So that's I guess if that'd be the only justification for that reason. It's that is that I believe in God, but there is
But
no reason for me
you
to.
you no, but you have to have a reason to believe. I mean, can you now at this point uh, uh, become a Muslim?
I don't think so.
So it's not a choice.
Well, I said I don't think. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if I would be considered a Muslim having read the whole book. Like I said,
you can test that. Can you now say
I
can
wouldn't
you
know.
no can you now say God isn't real, but I'm now going to believe in Allah and he's the real God, and
Well, like I said,
I'm going to throw away my Bible. I'm going to buy a Quran, and I'm going to live according to the Quran. Can
like
you
I
make
said
that
earlier,
choice?
like I said earlier, I believe like they're all three simultaneously the same God in an aspect.
They're not.
They're just
Yeah, so
that's
they're not.
for Abraham.
What?
They all come from Abraham. That's the one thing. So they're Abrahamic God,
Yes,
and so
this is where we go back on topic because it's interpretation. It's all interpretation. According to Muslims, the Bible is correct, and Muslims should believe it. But the Bible is corrupted by men.
mm-hmm.
They don't think that Jesus is the Messiah. Jesus was just another prophet, just like Muhammad was. And so it is an interpretation. But that does mean that they believe in a different God. Because if the God of the Bible is the real one, then the Bible is his word. If the God of the Jews is the correct one, then the God of the Torah is the correct God. The God of the Torah and the God of the Bible and the God of the Quran can't all be the same because they lay down different rules. So, by definition, they are different.
I guess so.
It's also the Catholic God is different from the Protestant God because his rules are different. You can't have one person or one entity having different sets of rules and still be the same one. It just can't.
It's true. But then again, who knows if there's any rules at all, right?
Say again?
So, well, that's also who's to say there's any rules at all?
Well, doesn't the Bible give
You
you
know,
rules? Doesn't the Quran give you rules? Doesn't
there's
the Torah give you rules?
there's rules in there. Yes, there are.
So,
But there's a.
if you believe in a particular God,
I think it I kind of overstayed, but I mean, I am gonna have to get going. I got to get going to work, and I'd hate to
no,
do that to just cut out this, but I really
no
do.
problem, no problem. So if you want to come back again,
Of
no
course, yeah.
problem.
Next topic you can choose. We can try to stay on topic a little bit, like we gotten back on topic, which is kind of good. But I
Well,
really do have to get going. I have to go.
so I'll clarify that a little. The part where we got off on your children is still teaching your children a Bible interpretation, your particular Bible interpretation. So
No, yeah,
while
I'm
it
not gonna teach
it
that.
is
Like I
still
said. But,
what I mean is it is still part of the topic.
oh, okay.
It might not be the specific topic, but it is still part of the topic.
All right.
So
Oh
yeah.
yes, because it was my question. I remember. I apologize. Yes, because it was run on by the question, so it was a tangent.
Yes, and we have the side chat where people can throw in questions, and
Yeah.
I can't always see the questions. So whenever I see one and think, hey, this is a good one, I'm going to throw that in. Then I'm going to throw it in, and that's what happened there. I mean, we have an interaction with the people who are watching, so and they can obviously throw in questions, and it's up to me or a co-host to ask those questions. But yeah, we'll wrap this up. Um, Sadly, Artie left,
Yeah.
and Artie had a good reason. Um, he really got mad because of your children. So
Well,
what I'm hoping is that you would listen back to this conversation and think about what you're going to do with your children and
the same
and
thing
and,
that
and
I've always done. There's nothing to change.
I think
I mean,
I think there is. So that's why I'm asking you to go back and listen to
being
this
honest,
conversation.
to be honest, you just sound nothing more than honestly my same worry as a mother. I kind of find it sweet. Um, that's what my mother does. The same thing. She worries the same thing. She worries.
Yeah,
You just you sound like a worried
because
parent. I understand. I worry too.
because
That's
there's
why I'm saying.
because hold
I
on,
love.
hold
I
on,
feel you.
listen, because there's a damn good reason to worry. Because you're obviously not on the ball, where you have to step up.
Well, are we always on the ball? All of us, we can't always be on the ball. We all get off the ball every once in a while.
Yes, but we don't get
No,
we don't get off the ball thinking, well, someone else will take over. I can just sit
what's the?
back and relax. And that's
I
the wrong
never
attitude.
insinuated. I didn't insinuate that. Again, that comes from I believe Artie. I didn't insinuate that. I said there's outside
I,
influences that are out of my control. That's all.
you literally go. That's why I want you to go back and listen. Because you literally said, I don't care. That's what you said. That's why everyone got so mad, is because you said that.
Maybe they took the way I said I don't care and applied it to something. But like it's
Well,
I.
I'll state it again.
But yeah,
I still hope you want to go back and listen to this conversation again, and then maybe, just maybe, realize that you need to step up a little, because
yes.
you're not doing the best you can. If you can
It's
joke about stuff like that, you're not doing the best you can.
no. I'm pretty sure. I'm on top of my game. But that's
I
fine.
don't
Again,
think so.
that's selfish. I understand that.
I don't think so,
That's fine.
and most people who have listened to this don't think so.
That's fine by them too.
That's
I
why
mean,
I say go back and listen again. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for coming. I want to thank everyone in the side chat. Sorry I didn't get to all of the questions. Um, we're going to be back soon. I think we got a couple of guests who have agreed to come on. One of them I'm really excited about because he works for Answers in Genesis. The only thing is he needs permission from Answers
gosh.
in Genesis to come on our show. And I really hope that he gets that permission. Um, answers to mystery, send me an email. The email is here on the screen, info@GonnaGoForIt.nl. Come on the show. Put your money where your mouth is. We'll talk to you. No problem. And we'll see who needs to get an MRI. So, that's it for today. Everyone have a good weekend and catch you all on the next show. Bye, everyone.